In this portion of the demonstration, I'll be showing how to create a hidden partition, or what is sometimes referred to as a plausible deniability partition. These partitions are actually contained within another partition, a regular encrypted partition that we demonstrated in the previous section. But to actually get into the hidden partition, you use a different password. So when this is set up, when you go to mount this and it asks for the password, there's actually two passwords here. You can give one password, which is for the regular encrypted file, regular partition that we saw, or the outer partition. Or if you give the other password, you'll actually get into the hidden partition, and you can have completely different contents within the two. Where this could be useful is if for some reason you're forced to give up a password and show the contents of it. Hopefully you don't get in these kind of situations, but what you could do is you could just provide the password to the hidden partition, and unless they're looking very carefully, it's quite likely it's never even going to be noticed that there's actually something else there. Although there are ways to actually somewhat notice it. Okay. So here are the parameters for the hidden partition that I'm going to create. First of all, there's an eye catcher, somewhat of a secret, but not a secret. So the eye catcher I'm going to use similar, so I can use a regular expression that gets both, but it's not a secret. Okay. But there'll be things like passwords created with this, which are kind of a secret, kind of not. We don't want them actually leaking around. Okay. The location of this hidden partition is actually going to be within the encrypted file that I created in the previous step. And it's going to have a completely different password than what the regular encrypted file had for that partition that was done in the previous step. And that different password is what will trigger the thing when it gets opened, mounted, as to whether it's going to go into this one or go into the other partition. And in this case here, I'm not going to take a lot of time to actually populate the thing, but I will mount it to the F drive. I'll create a directory, and then I'm just going to use the echo command to create a file, and that contains not a secret here. Okay, so let's jump on over to the VM. Okay, and very similar here, we do create volume. Okay, next. And instead of the standard, we're going to say we want a hidden one. And we're going to select this direct mode because we've already created the outer that it's actually to go into. Okay, next. Okay, so it wants to know the location of that outer file where we created, that we've already created. So documents here, and there he is. And we open him. Okay, next. Then it needs to know the password for the outer volume, which I have to go back and look up again. Okay, so the password for the outer volume display, that's what we created in the previous step. Okay, next. Okay, so we do the hidden volume, standard encryption math. So we have to pick a size smaller than what the outer one is, and I'm going to choose 20 megabytes here. Okay, display password. And so for the hidden volume or the inner volume here, the password is okay. And then again, we need some randomness, and really don't care. So I'm even going to format it even before, while it's still in the red. Next. And we are all done with that. Okay, so let's go back to the, we'll mount that thing at F. So mount. Okay. Now in this case here, I could actually give it either of the passwords, either the password for the outer one, which would give me the contents of the secret contents I already had there, or I can give it of the hidden partition. In this case here, I'm going to give it the password for the hidden partition. Okay. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, so now it's mounted. I can use Sigwin. And it will be mostly empty, just that volume information thing there. And then I just need to come along here and okay, telling it where to redirect it. Okay, I've now created the contents of the hidden file there. Real quickly, we've got a file here by that name. It's 23 bytes long, and I can display its contents. And it just contains a single line, not a secret, and a magic number. All set here. Okay. And then if I want, I can dismount that. Let's go back over to H drive. Just going to demonstrate how this all works here. So when I come here and I mount, display password here. Okay, so you can see what I'm doing. And just as a demonstration here, I will give the password for the outer here. And we'll just use File Manager here to go look at it on our H drive. And there we go, the secret directory with all the secrets in it. Okay. Now we can dismount that and just tell it to mount it again. But this time I give it the password for the hidden partition. So it'll soon be mounted as drive letter H. And this time, because I gave it the hidden password, the password for the hidden partition, instead of mounting all those secrets, it should actually just mount the not a secret file, the hidden partition there. Okay, here we go. And as before, this PC, H. There's the directory, not a secret. And there. Okay. So the way this works is when I hit mount, I have two passwords here, one for the outer, one for the hidden, and depending on which password I give, I get different contents.